Hi guys, and welcome back to more Kirari. In the last episode, we followed Kirari out into the middle of nowhere. Turns out she did find the theater she was looking for, but it no longer existed. The one that came to her dreams. Turns out that she's really good at the guitar because apparently the ghost of that mafia guy's brother, whom gave her the guitar, taught her how to play. So yeah, that was a very weird turn of events. And apparently she just came up with a new song out of nowhere. Oh goodness, sorry guys. Yawning, tired, just woke up. So yeah. Let's continue. I'm not surprised, but I feel disappointed that she didn't forget about what happened last night. Kirari is full of confidence and declares that her guitar ability is nothing like before. Kashiwara and Chini are looking at her doubtfully. So we decide to listen to her new song. We rent the meeting room after breakfast. Kirari starts playing and sings. I couldn't sleep last night, so I'm listening to her play while killing my yawns and changing my string, but it's still the same as last night. It's not broken like how she used to be. A stormy atmosphere is coming out from Kirari's hands. It's so creepy I have goosebumps all over me. But Chini and Kashiwara are honestly amazed.
どうしちゃったの？一体実力を隠してたの？
やっぱりね、ギターのことはギターが一番よく知ってるんだよ。ギターくんにいろいろ教えてもらっちゃった。
そうなんだ。そういうこともあるんだね。
Maybe Chini thinks she's using some kind of metaphor. But Kirari is not using a metaphor.
すごいね。私より上手だ。やっぱりギラちゃんにはかなわないな。
Shore overestimates Kirari, so she's just happy. What should I do? I'm sure they don't realize it, but what Kirari is saying is that this guitar communicated with her supernaturally, and that's how she learned to play the guitar. Chini and Kashiwara are misunderstanding it, but I don't understand the situation either, so I'm not saying anything. Probably smart idea. Then she plays the new song she wrote yesterday. I know how she came up with the song, so it's very freaky and creepy, but Chini and Kashiwara like it. So they decide the song will be the first song at the gig in Fukuoka. I want to make an objection. I think I'll lose anyway, so I don't say anything. The song is great. We have to practice the song Kirari wrote, but it makes me feel creepy.
お昼までには練習を終わらせて宮島に行こうね。名物の穴子飯がどうしても食べたいの。
The smile in what she says is usual for Kirari. Now I'm really confused. This has been a hell of a trip, I tell you. On the road again. Kanmon Kikyoku is in between Honshu and Kyushu, and is between a very important area in Japanese history. Kirari, Kashiwara, and Chini are discussing it, but I don't get it. What simply amazes me is that Honshu and Kyushu are connected by the bridge. Sad that I'm not at the same level as the rest of the members. We enter Fukuoka-ken using this Kanmon bridge. We left Hiroshima after lunchtime, but by the time we exit the Fukuoka interchange, the city is colored red by the setting sun. Everybody except me is doing well since they all slept well last night. Kirari seems to have had a good night's sleep, and she's really active. She's been saying she wants to eat tonkotsu ramen ever since we got off the highway. I definitely can't do that. I feel like vomiting just to think about how oily it will be with the bones of a pig. What? Okay. But I feel much better about Kirari acting usual. She doesn't scare me anymore. Is she back to normal because we left Hiroshima? Or maybe everything happened because of my overreacting wrong impression. Well, whatever it is, we finally come to Kyushu. I I feel deeply moved to think that it's my first time to step on the ground of Kyushu, or anywhere besides Honshu. I explained my feeling to Kirari, who hasn't gone out of Honshu like me.
九州の太陽はなんだかギラギラしてるね。
She says something completely unrelated and looks at the setting sun. I think the sun looks stronger because it's going down now, but I don't want to spoil her moment, so I'm not saying anything. I wonder if her eyes aren't hurting from the sun. Then I remember the story about the crows looking at the sun directly.
それにしても暑いね。クーラーが全然効いてる感じがしないよ。
Kirari doesn't know how I'm feeling and acts like her usual self. You're right, it hasn't been working for a
そう
while.
だったんだ。
She makes a face at me. She's so mean like that. Well, we can't help it. This place was called the Fire Country long ago, and it's right in the middle of summer.
そうだね。でもこれだけ暑かったらラーメンも美味しいだろうな。
Well, I do, but I won't eat it today, though.
私は食べるよ。
As you wish, but just don't eat too much, okay? This is the end of our tour. And it's our last gig, so we can't afford to have any accidents.
そうだね。
Kirari nods seriously. We confirmed with each other just earlier. We're going back to Tokyo after this gig in Fukuoka. We don't have much money left, and we've experienced a lot of interesting things, to say the least. We're in Kyushu now. It's probably time to go back. I don't think we have anything to regret about this tour. That's for sure. We have a new single, too. We decided to end the tour with this gig in Fukuoka.
でもツアー最後のライブってことはこのバンドの解散ライブになっちゃうんですよね。そうね。さすがにもうちょっと続けられないね。私使っていいようなお金ももうこの旅でほとんど使い切っちゃったし、もしも受けないと。
私も帰ったらたくさん働かないと。
そうですね。じゃあ私も田舎に帰ります。本当は夏はいつも祖父の田舎の涼しい場所で過ごすことになってるんです。
Well, aren't you
今
glad
年
you
はもう
did
予
come?
想かとも思ってましたけど。
I feel bad for her because she needs to apologize to her grandfather first.
鹿之助は暇でしょ？
Jeannie says it like it's the only answer, but she's not being polite. I feel like a scum who's not needed by the world. I have to finish the game I've been working on at Murakami's house.
受験勉強しろよ。
Jeannie makes a comment calmly. I'll do that too, but are we really breaking up the band now? We're not going to perform in Tokyo?
残念だけどね。だけれどちょうどいいんじゃないかな。このままじゃキリがないもん。私もう一年留年はしたくないな。それに最後って言っても
Yeah.
またそれぞれ暇ができた時とか何かの機会があればやってもいいわけですし。そうね。もし機会があればね。
Jeannie nods to agree with him.
私いつか体が完全に良くなったらまたバンドってやってみたいです。体が思うように動かなくて
Surprised nothing major has happened to
い
her
っぱい
like
あります
physically.
し。でも今は目の前のライブを頑張るだけですよ。このライブが終わったら私はきっと。
Wait, let's not get into
あ
that.
のね、私はね、もしまたバンドやるんだったら
Harmonica?
今度はハーモニカもやりたいな。あれのソロをね、どこかに入れたい。
No, we're not doing the harmonica.
じゃあ私もキーボードが入れられたら
Keyboard?
それもやってみたいです。
Well, we're changing the feel of the band. We don't have a harmonica or a keyboard in the band.
そうね。みんなが複数の楽器ができるようになって曲ごとに違う構成でやれるんだったら曲のバリエーションも広がるわね。よし、もし次作るとしたら新曲は
Jeannie stops.
ああ、これが切れないって言ってるんだわ。とにかく次が最後。張り切って頑張るわよ。
Oh. So, this is gonna be the last gig. For real this time.
これが最初のきっかけになってからまたバンドブームの来ればよかねって思っとっちゃんね。
The owner calls us. The owner tells us to seriously when we visit to let them know we arrived.
君たちバンドブームって知っとや。そういう時代があったんよ。ついこの間まで狭い箱の中でコアなファンを相手にマニアックな曲を演奏してたような連中がどんどんテレビに出たり、メジャーでそのままの CD を発表できるような時代やもん。もう20年も前の昔話やけどね。
Another guy explains to us. This outside event is hosted by a few theaters together, and the owners of those theaters were having a meeting when we arrived. The name of the event is Fukuoka Tennen Rock. Sounds strange, but they're serious.
アルファベットの頭文字を取って FTR って読んでほしいっちゃ。流行るものには何でも略称があるったい。
And another guy explains us how they come up with the name of the event. Tennen has two meanings to it. One is being in nature, and the other is describing the young power the bands have. The owners talk about their feelings of the event in 3 days, taking turns. It's nice of them to tell us that, but they use dialect. I can understand mostly, but it's hard to pick up on it when they talk in different intonation. They're trying to use standard Japanese for us at first, but as they become heated up, they start using their dialect. Maybe they don't realize they start using their
いや
dialect.
3年がかりの企画なんよ。何しろ賛同者ば集めるのに時間のかかったっちゃんね。直接店の収入になるわけはなし、そういうどころか最初は持ち出しの方が多かやろけんね。バッテンこの地元のバンド文化ば盛り上げることが長期的に見て重要になることと考えて根気を続けたんよ。
ブッキングも難しかったとですよ。大きなインディーズのイベントにしたいとか言っておいて、地元のバンドばかり呼ぶわけにはいかんけんですね。やけんって遠くのバンドやったら誰でも呼んでいいってこともなかけん難しかった頃です。何ヶ月も前から少しずつバンドば集めてようやく枠が埋まりました。一番遠いとこ
Cold
ろ
Rhapsody, of course
北
I
海道
do.
からも来とんしゃよ。ザ・コールド・ラプソディーズって知っとうですか。イベントの目標に賛同して初めて北海道から出てきてくんしゃったとよ。今回の目玉の一つですたい。
さっきバンドブームって言っ
Man,
た
so
け
much
ど、
words.
ブームにも功罪が共にあってくさ。消費され尽くしブームが去った後は食えんくなったバンドマンが近っぱ残ったったい。田舎に帰れるやつはまだマシで、音楽にしがみつくやつのうちで本当にどげんしようもなかやつはリタイアしていっと。ここにいる連中にもその残滓みたいな連中がおかげ、罪の部分は身に染みてよーしと。それでもやっぱりあの栄光の部分だけは忘れられんちゃ。もう一度って思って。次はあの時みたいな結末にはせん。その自信はある。あの頃はみんな本当のガキやったけんね。今はもう大人になってしまっとうけん、ある程度はコントロールする側に回れるったい。
You done? He's done. Okay, good.
マスコミや大手レコード会社ば信用できんとよ。結局な、彼らはバンドマンの目指すものとは違うものば目指しとる。雑誌社やレコード会社の企画じゃなか人間が作り上げたイベントば必要と思わんね。
I think it is important.
まあこんな理想論に夢中になっとる時点で我々もまだガキなのかもしれんばってんですね。
仕方んなか。ミュージシャンは一生子供やけん。
そんなわけでね、この記念すべき第1回を君たちにもしっかり盛り上げてほしかとよ。特にボーカルの椎野さんは本当にすごか。初めて聞いた時はまさに天才の現るって思ったもんね。
ああ、俺も思った。こげんすごかボーカル見たんは中学生時代以来やけん。正真正銘のボーカリスト対。本当に君はすごかね。
いやー、そんな私みたいなふつつか者。
Yeah, from the other theaters in love with her vocals too.
おいも音源ば聞かせてもらっちゃったけどよかね。さすがにスタジオのリーサルウェポンっていう通り名は伊達じゃなかったい。実物はこうやって見っと可愛い子ばっかしそろとっし、 そっちの子なんか本当にバンドするとかい。まるで処置か
I
ら
don't
抜
want
け
to
出
quit
して
the
きたよう
band
な
now.
お
We're
嬢様じゃな
getting
か。
such good
これは
momentum.
絶対ウケる。時間があるならうちの箱でもやってほしかくらいたい。
スタジェネのリーサルウェポン？
Yeah, look at each other. Since we do have, since I'm sorry. Since when do we have a name that sounds like a nickname of a wrestler?
君たちはいつかきっと有名な超一流バンドになる。このイベントはそのことでも有名になるはずやけん。我々も君たちが第1回の参加者やって言葉、後で誰かに自慢できるようなイベントに育て上げてみせるばい。
Reaches out and starts shaking our hands. We shake hands with all the others. The location of the Fukuoka Tenant Rock event is in the middle of nature, surrounded by trees. Construction of the stage is going on, and people with hammers and welding machines are working hard. There are also people wearing the event
よ
t-shirts.
か場所やろもん。向こうは山。こっちを見下ろすと海が広がっとっとよ。これほど大自然ば満喫できる会場はなかなかなか。ちょっと資材が届くのが遅れてしまってまだ工事はしよっけど、でも今日の夜には準備が終わって明日のリハーサルには間に合う予定ばい。この正面のステージで、それからあそこが休憩所、こっちでは飲食物ば売るテントば作るったい。
Okay. The oldest owner proudly explains us where everything is going to be.
すごい環境ですね。お客さんはここまでどうやって来るんですか？
That's a good point.
下の道路のとこまでバスの既得券、それか車でもよか。確かにあの徒歩の客にとってはアクセスはあまり良くなかばってね。でも一度話題になればそんなことは大した問題じゃなくなるばい。今回まだ見込み3000人くらいのこじんまりしたイベントばってん、いずれは。
What? 3,000 people? Maybe 3,000 people is not a big crowd for this type of an event, but it's too much for us. We've never played in front of that many people
なんで
before.
もテレビ局のカメラも来るらしかよ。ビートイットって番組知っとるや。深夜にやるようインディーズバンドの番組なんやけど。
あ、知ってる。本当ですか？
どれぐらい流してもらえるかわからんばってんな。もしかしたら君らもテレビに映るかもしれん。何しろ君らはスタージェネレーションのプロデュースしたバンドやけんな。そのこともバッチリテレビの人に言うとったし。
Oh man, too much pressure.
ねえ、私たちテレビに映っちゃうかもしれないんだって。
Kirari shakes our shoulders.
サリナちゃん、私今から整形手術
Oh
してきた方がい
goodness,
い
you're
か
not
な。
ugly.
でも本当に今から参加していいんですか？つい先日に話聞いて、もう明後日には本番だなんて。
いや、こちらこそ急な話で申し訳なかくらいばい。準備は大丈夫ね。
はい、なんとか。
She sounds less than confident.
そりゃよかった。出たい。君たちには初日のイベントの秘密兵器として出演してもらう予定でおるけん。ネットでは告知したばってん。さすがにチラシやポスターには君らの出演の掲載が間に合わんやったけん。給与の策で
There's
は
probably gonna be a lot of people who don't know about us, so.
やけん君たちを知らん人ばっかりの前で演奏することになるっちゃけどよかかね。
That's fine with us. We're used to playing in a situation like
さ
that.
すがリーサルウェポン。頼もしかね。でも福岡のお客さんはバンド好きのよか人ばっかりやけん。
I think.
と温かく受けてもらえるとよ。まあ自分の地元だからそう思うのかもしれんけどね。
The owner laughs.
まあとにかく今日は大阪からの長旅で疲れたろ。市街に戻って観光するなり休養するなりゆっくりしとき。明日
The owner walks towards the tent, which they use as an office.
さて、
She turns around to look at
どう
us.
すっか。
I feel like they took me in. I tell everyone honestly. They look pretty old, but they're young at heart.
でもこれはこっちも真剣に答えない
Right?
と
We
いけ
don't
な
want to
い
let
って
them down.
気になりますね。
We came all the way here, didn't we? We've been serious all along.
そうですけど、でも機体の具合がどうも桁違いというか。
そうね、 特にキラリへの期待と
Yeah,
い
is
ったら
Kirari gonna be alright? I don't want her to freeze up
大丈夫？
last time.
大丈夫だよ。
Kirari doesn't seem to be okay. You're looking forward to it too. To our genius vocalist. Kirari looks troubled. But it's not just Kirari. It'll be a special gig for us all. Let's not try to crash everything we've built so far. Not that we have a concrete career, but still.
そうだよ。力を合わせてチームワークで。
Kirari keeps insisting on being together.
それにしても3000人か。3000人ってどれくらいだろう。
3,000 people are 3,000 people are 3,000 people. The gig we did in Tokyo had 250 people, so it's more than 10 times of that. But I'm sure it won't be that many.
なんか緊張してきたわ。いいのかな。他の人たちは早ければそれこそ何ヶ月も前からブッキングされてたわけだし、準備の差というかそういうのが。
Can't do anything about it.
そうだけどさ。
It's the best place to have our last gig, right? I mean, the problem is how to make people go crazy with our music. We can't have people turn quiet on us or walk out to take a rest or things like that. We should think about that rather than comparing ourselves with other bands.
嫌なこと言わないでよ。そういうの考えないようにしてたんだから。
また文化祭の時みたいに宣伝の変装でもしましょうか。街に行って
Yeah, we
私た
could.
ちが出演するってビラ配って。
We don't have much time to do that. We still need to practice on Kirari's new song. Shouldn't we concentrate on her doing our best at the gig?
そんなこと言ったってあんたが煽ったんじゃないのよ。もう不安になってきちゃったよ。
You're easy to be anxious. I always feel like this before a test. You'll get used to it.
あんたは慣れてないで前もって準備してテストに臨むべきだと思う。ねえキラリ、あんたはさっきから何を見てるの？
A huge speaker.
あそこ見て。大きいスピーカーだよ。
Kirari points to the speaker that's sitting right up by the stage.
あんなの見たことがないな。きっとすっごく大きな音が出るんだよ。山の中であんなの使ったら虫とか逃げちゃうね。私たちの音もあそこから出るんだ。どんな風になるのかな。
Oh, it's gotta be a big speaker. It's gotta reach a lot of area. She jumps with a big smile. They say people dance with joy, but in her case, it really looks like that.
あんたは心配とか不安とかないの？
大丈夫。もう大阪のああいうのはないと思う。私もう分かっちゃったの。
Good.
もう歌えな
That's
くなっ
good.
た
We
り
need
はし
that
ないよ。
confidence.
ちゃんと歌える。
いや、それはもう心配してないよ。キラリはやればできることはできるんだ
Stop
もんね。
worrying about everything.
た
God
だ
damn.
ライブが盛り上がるかなって心配になっちゃって。
それはやってみないと分かんないよ。
うん。
Chino can do nothing else but smile. You're right, Chino. We won't find out until we try it. For better or for worse.
だから最初に煽ったあんたが言うなって。
Chini sighs.
もういいわ。なんかバカバカしくなっちゃった。ご飯食べよう。何かリクエストある？
豚骨ラーメン。
Of course you do.
え？
そうだよ。嫌かな。
You want to go back to the
嫌っ
city?
てことはないけど、こういう時だけは労力を惜しまないわね。
だってせっかく福岡まで来たんだもん。
Oh, that's true.
まあそれで気持ちよくライブができるならいいわ。でも食べたら練習よ。新曲がまだ完璧じゃないんだから、ちゃんと体に覚え込ませなきゃ。
We do. It sounds so erotic to say we need to teach our bodies.
鹿之助、ぶっ殺すよ。
How scary. You're beautiful even though you're upset.
何言ってるのよ。
バカ。
つうか言っておいてゲラゲラ笑うな。あんたそんなキャラだったっけ？もう行くよ。
あ、その前にシカ君、携帯電話貸して。
Sure. I hand her my cell phone and she turns the camera mode on.
ほら、みんな寄って。記念撮影するよ。
We take a picture in front of the stage that's still being put together.
はい、チーズ。
We force ourselves to laugh, but our smiles look very awkward. Yay, picture. The summer sun goes down suddenly. I was amazed that the sun was still up, when it would be pitch dark during winter time, but the summer sun goes down so fast that it's dark as soon as the sun starts going down. I'm watching the bonfire under the dark sky. 4 mess kits are hanging from the iron stick over the bonfire. I'm pushing down on the cover of a boiling mess kit with a stick as I control the force of the fire. I start smelling the rice as I add firewood and get the charcoals out of the fire. It's about time. Somebody lights a huge bonfire. The gasoline catches fire and starts burning up and lights everything around it orange. The fire lights up everybody in the dark. Some of them are playing their instruments. Some are sitting around the cooking pan. Maybe they're making yakisoba. Others are making curry over a small bonfire. Our generator is working as hard as it can to supply power to the instruments and lightnings. 8 o'clock in the morning is the starting time of the rehearsal. It's absolutely unthinkable in this industry. We have 20 bands coming from all over Japan. Not everybody shows up at 8 in the morning, but we start seeing more bands as time passes by, and they all speak in their dialect, so I can't tell where I am in Japan at the end of the day. The grand view of this nature helps a lot to lose my sense of reality as well. Our rehearsal was one of the first ones, so we are sitting here from the beginning, and we stay until the end of the rehearsal, watching other bands rehearse and talking to them because it's really fun. I'm not usually good at talking to strangers, but I think the trip makes people free up their minds. Or maybe nature makes me do that. It might be because of the summer sun. Or it might be a sense of companionship because we're all in a band. I talk to a lot of people. Rehearsal ends in the evening and we have free time at night. We are planning on camping nearby and practicing until late. We can rest more if we don't have to travel back and forth from the city, and we want to spend the last days of our tour being in top condition. We started setting up our equipment after asking the owner if it's okay to camp out here at the event location. Then everybody else starts doing the same. Then the staff members come back with a huge pot and we all pitch in to buy firewood and food. And this is how it all started. I feel guilty starting up a huge thing like this.
前島さん、ご飯はまだですか？カレーはもうすぐできそうです。
The girl just called me as the bassist from a band called Otofu from up north. Her name is Sawada-san. She's a punk girl who wears leather pants and boots with bleached blonde hair, but she's wearing an apron and holding a ladle now. She may be more domestic girl than she seems. Almost done.
Kirari-chan, kawaii no. Uchi ni motte kaeritai no.
Okay, we're avoiding that guy from now on. I see a giant skinhead talking to Kirari with a smile on his face. He's as huge as Murakami. His name is Pak, and he's from the Kirei Shoen Ongakudan from Hiroshima. He's been totally into Kirari since the time they first met. He's been following her around. I guess Kirari doesn't like this at all, and she's been hiding behind Chini, throwing her guitar away every time she sees Pak-san. And now she's hiding in the car, sneaking a peek outside. Pak's been trying to talk to Kirari to come out of the car, but he's not successful at it. His name comes from how he's been stealing everything as a child since his family's poor. Maybe he's trying to steal Kirari to take her home now. Chini and Kashiwara are standing by the miso soup pot. The person from Kansai area got the miso paste, so it's different from what they've been using at home. They're fussing to make the best out of it. I see people doing a barbecue behind them, and some of them are making a pot dish. Cases of beer are piled up. I think the staff members catered for us. We have too much food. I'm worried that we can finish eating them all. It's probably worried that we can't finish eating them all. But maybe I should be happy about it since we're having a huge festival tomorrow, and our background music is people playing guitar and bass and somebody singing. They're all playing different songs, but it matches this chaos we have here. We only have musicians right now, right here. And they all come from different parts of Japan. I feel strange listening to the music. I hear people singing together by the campfire. It reminds me of the song we used to sing when we went to school camps as a child. Some people are already drunk and they're singing together. I see a can of beer in front of me. A girl from the Kanzai area is handing it to me. Thanks. She bows a little and goes away. I wish something more was going on, but it seems she's just handing beer around. Too bad. I just have to steam the rice right now. Take the mess kits from the fire and put them side by side on the newspaper upside down. Then I open the can of beer. I was expecting the beer to be lukewarm, but the beer is really cold. It sinks well into my body since I warmed up by the bonfire. I drank about half the can, although I only intended to take a sip. Whew. I breathe out. It's okay, I practice well when I'm drunk. But she also has a beer in hand, so what's she talking about? All the food is completely gone in a minute. Maybe it's because we're all young. Everybody compliments me for the rice I cooked, and I regret I didn't cook some more. Somebody starts yelling out loud. Okay, dude, chill out, man. Okay, calm down. Okay, calm down. Well, maybe it's because you talk like that. They don't let you do it. Sound like a crazed murderer. The guy who's been talking walks towards the campfire and stands there. Looks like he's standing on a red stage alone with the fire as his lighting. He has a huge bottle of potato shochu and guzzles out of it directly. I wonder if he'll be okay to go on the stage tomorrow, but he continues. He sticks out his hand. I'm sure he expects everybody to respond to him, but nobody does. He looks dissatisfied and says it one more time, louder. Somebody answers him with a laugh. People are responding louder and louder as he keeps asking. Oh, good. All the guys answer loud, but the girls are smiling bitterly. He laughs at himself, and everybody laughs at him. He shouts to cut the laughter. People cheer, laugh, and clap for him all at the same time. Okay, dude, calm down before you have an aneurysm. He screams as hard as he can and laughs even louder. He guzzles out the bottle again. It seems too much to see him drink like that. Everybody quiets down to observe him, so he lets down the bottle. He yells, looking at everybody on his right side. Then he turns to his left side. He yells again. He guzzles from the bottle again. Then he throws up everything in his stomach. A scream echoes in the dark mountains. After dinner time, people start to clean up, keep drinking, start playing guitar, and some are trying to get lucky. All drunk young people act the same wherever you go. Some people are practicing for tomorrow, but nobody's practicing as seriously as we are now. I feel like I'm cramping everything before the test. But nobody says anything about that. I suppose nobody experienced it before. I see. So it's just me. Kirari's playing her guitar as she said she would. She plays it really well when she's playing the new song, but she doesn't play as well in the other songs. So we decided that Kirari should only play guitar for the new song and focus on singing the other songs. We finish on the arrangement of the new song just when people start falling asleep. We want to practice some more, but we don't want to wake everybody up. So the girls sleep in the tent and I sleep in the car. I lay down in the back seat with a comfort over me, but I just can't fall asleep. It's a hot, humid night, but that's not the reason. The air in the woods is so cool and feels nice on my skin. We've been sleeping like this during the tour, so it's one of the best nights we've had so far. I hate to admit it, but I'm too excited to fall asleep. My head is wide awake. I know what I'm supposed to be doing during the show tomorrow. I don't have exaggerated nervousness or anything I have to worry about. I don't feel excited about imagining something totally unreal. I think I'm calm, but my heart just keeps pounding. I never knew I could be excited like this. It's very strange. Or am I having a heart attack? That'd suck. I know it's not time to be joking like this, but I just can't fall asleep like this. I drink water thinking I'm dehydrated from drinking alcohol, but the cold water ends up waking me up even more. I can hear the bugs chirping outside the window. The cicadas are loud during the day, but there's crickets making noise at night. I hate large brown cicadas. Large brown cicadas are chirping until the sun goes down in Fukuoka too. They chirp in the trees during summer, but we see them in the asphalt at the end of the season. It's hard to tell if they're still alive or dead by looking at them. If you kick them a little, they chirp and fly for about 5 meters and drop again. If they're too exhausted to fly or dead, then they'll just show their stomach and lay there. The legs are pointing at the sky if they're dead. How vain, I thought as a child. I'm sure there are some cicadas dying at this moment in the woods. I wonder how it feels like to wait for death lying on the ground. I feel strange thinking about that. I don't feel like sleeping at all. I keep tossing and turning on the back seat of the small car. My skirt keeps coming up every time I toss and turn, and I have to pull it down, but I feel stupid doing that, so I change into pants. The time goes by like that, and as soon as it's about 5 in the morning, I want to see the sunrise. I'm sick and tired of sitting in this small car trying to fall asleep. Maybe I'd feel much better if I saw the fresh view of the sun rising and the mountains shining in the morning sun. The moon is bright. I don't need a flashlight. I walk down to the beach. There are rocks by the shore and the water breaks every time the waves hit them. The wind is calm, but I can still smell the sweet scent of seaweed. I hear something moving under my feet, but it's too dark so I can't tell if it's the crabs walking by my feet or water running between the rocks. I was thinking that the sun will rise from the ocean, but the sun starts shining from the edge of the mountains behind me. The sun is still on the other side of the mountains, but the rays start changing the color of the sky. As soon as the sun comes out, it hits me in the eyes and makes me frown. By the time I'm used to the sun, it's up in the sky over the mountains. I regret that I didn't see the moment of sunrise and look at the ocean. I sit on the dried rock. My shadow stretches over the ocean. I sigh, watching the water sparkle in the morning sun. Then I notice something moving at the corner of my eye. I turn to find Kirari. She's staring at the distance. She tries to hide when our eyes meet. Why are you hiding? The sound of the waves cancels out my voice. Hey, Kirari Shino, why are you hiding? I say it louder. Kirari stops and looks at me in embarrassment. She yells from a distance. Yeah, never seen anything like this. I said, yeah, I agree. Why are you standing over there? Come over here. Why did she say that? Kirari runs towards me like a little puppy when I nod.
鹿くんは一人がいいのかと思って声かけらんなかった。
Don't worry about things like that. What do you think like that? I frown. So you couldn't sleep either. Kirari shakes her head.
向こうの誰もいないとこでね、ギターの練習してたの。
So enthusiastic.
うん、そうだよ。ギターくんがね、弾いてほしいって私に呼びかけるんだ。
He talks to you.
うん、こう持つとね、弾いてくれ弾いてくれって頭に声が聞こえるんだよ。
Isn't that? I stop. I decide not to spoil her since she's been in a good shape. Well, never mind. But if so, then you need to play for him, right? I say a completely different thing.
そうだね、頑張るぞ。
Her eyes are sparkling. So where's your guitar? Don't you have it now?
もう休ませてあげたよ。ギターくんにとってもそうだけど、私にとっても今度のライブは大事だからね。楽しみで眠れないから歌いながら散歩してた。
I see. Did it feel good?
うん、最高。
Okay, but don't overdo it.
うん、でも鹿くんもあんまり寝られなかったみたいだね。目の下にクマできてるよ。
I'm fine. It's better to be nervous like that. It's almost the end of our tour. I can rest as much as I want when it finishes.
そうだね。
She nods and looks down. However, she looks up again immediately.
私ね、春にね、ライブやろうってみんなに言ってよかったよ。
She's really serious.
第二文芸部に入ってよかった。この学校に入ってよかった。本当だよ。きっとこの学校に入らないで働いてたら楽しいことなんか何もなかったかもしれないよ。みんなってすごいね。
Yeah, I didn't know what would happen the first time I touched the bass, but it came out alright.
鹿くんは楽しかった？
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure everyone else had fun too. Not just us in the band, but Murakami and Tanoya as well.
そうかな。そうだったらいいね。
I'm sure. But you did really well, I think. I don't think we could have come this far if you weren't there. And I don't think everybody would have wanted us to play at their theater. You know, you made it fun in the past 6 months. I look at Kirari's eyes. I don't mean to sound like Kashiwara, but you should believe in yourself a bit more. I think you have something very special when no one else has.
もう照れちゃうよ。でも本当だったら嬉しいな。そんな風に褒められるの生まれて初めて。
What are you talking about? Everybody has been saying that all through the tour.
あれ、そうだね。でもね、本当にそう思ったんだよ。今ね、こんなの生まれて初めてだって思ったんだよ。
I don't know. Maybe you're just tired. I feel embarrassed now and try to change the subject, but Kirari doesn't let me.
あのね、最初バイトで会った時から鹿くんは全然怒らないよね。私どこ行ってもすっごい怒られたり呆れられたりするんだけど、あんなに親切にしてもらったの初めてだったよ。
She looks up at me. Oh, sorry. You're so nice. You're always nice. I feel like crying. What will you do if I start crying here? Would you feel troubled? She smiles at me and I can see tears in her eyes. Kirari just said that, by the way. I just accidentally skipped it. Why do I feel my heart tightening up when I look at her face? I just can't answer myself and Kirari, so I don't say anything.
ねえ、一ついい？
What is it?
前から気になってたんだけど、鹿くんね、
Oh yeah, we
私
do
のこ
do
と
that, don't we?
キラリって呼んだりシーノって呼んだりする。
I do?
うん、バラバラ。
Oh.
だからどっちか片方に決めてほしいな。
Oh. Then Chino.
キラリがいい。
You told me to decide. You can't just pick it and say, oh, well, no, you don't get a choice. I just made that up. You have to call me Kirari. Okay, fine. I almost nod. But it feels weird to decide like that. Why don't we just stick to Shino?
ダメ。
I see. She sounds definite, so what can I do? Kirari's smiling. I scratch my head. Should we go back now? Kirari's looking at my face as we start walking. I wonder why she's doing that.
ねえ、手握ってもいい？
What are you talking about? I feel my face blushing fast. I start walking faster to hide my face from Kirari. Kirari likes us. Alrighty guys, I'm going to save the final show for the next video, and I'll see you all next time, so take it easy.